Hello guys, and welcome to this tutorial. This video we are going to move to the next chapter, which is chapter 3. If you've been following my videos, I was discussing about HTML, and we said we are going to learn HTML from chapter 1, which was majorly introduction, to chapter 5, or we will proceed even more and more to more advanced HTML, skills and tactics. So today, this is chapter 3. In my previous video, we already discussed about the chapter 2, and in chapter 2, we talked about the divisions, which is div, abbreviated. We talked about spans. We talked about how to insert images into an HTML page and headings. And also we saw how to introduce thematic breaks, line breaks, and we also discussed other elements like aside, unordered lists, description lists, and let me just show you real quick about the HTML page that we made for a simple restaurant. This was our HTML for a simple restaurant, which we named Bistro Restaurant. So we had our logo here, which was an image. This was the thematic break, which we placed using the tag HR, this one. Okay, and then we had a heading 1, Bistro image, and then we placed everything in a container, which was a division or a div of class container top. We also had another division, another div of class contents. Inside the div we had a side, right, an element aside, which was introduced in HTML5, and the side had links, which we put with the tags, with anchor tags, href. We place the hash in there so that whenever we click the links, they do not cause any disruptions or call on other pages. We also had another division of class main. So in there we had paragraphs, like we offer food and accommodation. These were paragraphs which we use the tag p. Also we introduced a break, which is a line break, and then this was the unordered list, the ordered list, and the description list. And we saw the difference between ordered lists and unordered lists, description lists. And then we had something called a section, which we said a section is simply how to divide your page into smaller, units. So I'm going to change this heading here to menu, right? We're going to change that heading to menu. So I'm not going to really use a new page, so we've changed that to menu. I'm going to use the previous HTML code. I'm simply going to add more lines here, more lines into it. So today in chapter 3 we are going to learn about the tables. This is going to be majorly for tables and maybe forms. I think we should look at tables and forms. So a table is simply a table. Probably you've interacted with tables many times. We have Excel tables, making tables in Word documents, and the like. So HTML also has a function like that, or an element table that makes tables. All right. So I'm going to make the table in the section. Okay, in this section, like we saw, this was a section, right? So we're going to put the table here, and majorly our table is going to display the prices, the prices and the names of these dishes that we are offering here. Like in our last video, we saw that in our restaurant we had breakfast and lunch, right? Also dinner. So I'm going to put the prices of these things, the prices of these things. So we said that the difference between, this was an ordered list, and the difference between an ordered list and an ordered list is the numbering, right? An ordered list uses bullets or things like that, but we could also remove these bullets to just list them down without anything else. All right, and ordered list uses numbers, letters, Roman numerals to number things. Nice. Okay, now let's head straight away, and I don't know whether you should simply use a new HTML document, but feel appropriate to just start it here. But in order to insert a table, we're simply going to use the element table. Okay, the element table, and we're going to say in this table, I'm going to say border equals 1. Okay, so that it displays borders. So in a table, we go T head, T row, and T data. So first of all, we're going to put the heads in a row by using the TR, which stands for the T row. So inside the T row, we are going to have the T heads, okay, just the TH. So in our tables, in our page here, we're going to have a head for, let me say, dish. Should I use that? Let me just say food, price per unit, and then amounts. All right, let me just, I think we should have just we are going to have like 3. We're going to have like 3. Let me just put 3 3 headings. So first of all, I'm going to say dish. Breakfast is not really good for to say dish. Let me just do that. Let me say dish, and then the next head, you're going to say quantity, and then I'm going to say price. Price. Okay, I'm going to say, so let me show you what we've done right there. So that's what we've done. Okay, that's what we've done. We are going to use CSS to extend, to sort of style this table later on, and to make it look nicer. We're also going to increase the size of it a little bit somewhere here. So let's put some data by putting another row. I think we need another row, so I'm going to say another table. This table, we are going to have the T data, okay, table data. So we're going to say TD, and in our first dish, we're going to say fish. I'm gonna use things for lunch, and then quantity. How do we quantify a plate? Let me see, 1. Let me say 1 plate. Let me just say a plate. That plate goes for let's say TD. Let me say $10. I don't know how fish should cost in the states that use dollars, but I'm just gonna say $10 there. Okay, $10. So let me show you what that did. Reload. So actually, as you can see, yeah, that's what happened. So let's style our table. I'm going to head straight to my CSS code, which is here. We're using an external sheet, by the way, this one. So I'm going to say table, and in the table we're going to say border collapse. Okay, it should be double L, border collapse. We say collapse the borders, collapse. Okay, border collapse. So what we're trying to do is to remove the double border. Alright, so when I reload right now, you're going to see that the double bordering is now not there. I'm going to give it a width. Okay, let me give it a width of 15 rem, height. Maybe we shouldn't give it a height so that okay, let me leave it at that. So let's see, the width has increased. As you can see, I could pretty much increase it again. Let's say 20. I'll give it a 20 rem. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, our table is increasing in, like it's responding to our styles. Anyways, so in order to add more data into our table and more rows, this is what we do. Okay, the T row, the TD. So the T row stands for the table row, and the TD stands for the table data, what you want to put in the columns. So I think we should introduce something like a column span and a row span. And in order for us to do that, I don't know, maybe we'll leave that for the next video. So we will already see now we could insert tables, and let me add a couple of items here. So I'm simply going to copy this and paste. Okay, a few times. So let me edit this to another item. Let me call this ugali. So ugali plate goes for $5. Yeah, we see $5, and then we're going to beef. A plate of beef. It's going for $9.5. It's going for $9.5. I'm gonna save that, and yeah. Okay. So as you can see, that went well. So I'm going to use the form. I'm going to introduce the form element, and what we are going to achieve with the form is just to tell our users to rate our services. Yeah, and the form is going to ask the user to key in their email and a comment. Okay, an email and a comment. Yeah, email a comment, and also we're going to let them give us a rating, probably from 1 to 5. Yeah, so let's do it real quick. We are simply going to do it in the same table, and I'm going to put it this other side. I think I should put it this side. So let me see how this thing was structured. So I'm simply going to say form, okay, and then the form is going to have a heading. Let me use a heading 3, and say review. Oh, let me just say rate us, okay, rate us, and then they're going to have an input and then placeholder equals email. Okay, let's put another input type equals text area. Let me see what we're doing here. Let me see what we're doing. Okay, actually we shouldn't use that. We shouldn't use an input. We should say text area actually. So let me just say text area. Okay, and then we say placeholder. I don't know whether that works. Placeholder equals comment. Let me see. I'm not sure what we're doing, but actually we are quite on point there. Alright, so somebody could put in whatever they have. Okay, alright, it doesn't take the option of placeholder, I think. Okay, what if we said comment? What do that do? Okay, let me save that and see what we're doing. That's not what we're supposed to do actually. Let me just leave it blank. Okay. Alright, so another thing we need is in the form we're going to need an input. Maybe we're going to need list. Okay, so I'm going to put it on ordered list, and let's list things down here. I'm going to put this one to be 5. No. There is something we need. We want to put the ratings. I want to put the ratings here and say input, and then type equals radio. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, actually that works. Anyway, so I'm going to copy this. Let me see. P. Actually, I'm going to use a couple of things here. Let me say this is 5. Let's see how that works. Guys. Doesn't really work how I intended it to work. It's not how we intended it to work. Anyways, I'm going to say this one. Copy. Control V. What if we say the 5 was supposed to be here? What would happen? What could have happened? Okay, I think that will work. That will pretty much work. So I'm going to show you what we're trying to do here. This is going to be a 4. Going to copy this. What we're trying to do is to put some ratings. Okay, so that's a 4, 3, 2, and a 1. So when we do this, we can have them. So somebody can decide to rate us. I don't like it. Okay, I think what is going on here is that actually we haven't put any JavaScript into this, so that when we click one, the other is also getting clicked. But ideally it should be that if we click one, the others do not get clicked. But that's another lesson for another thing. So I'm going to simply remove these ones. Let me just remove these ones. Okay, I'm simply going to remove them, and in order for me to do that, I'm simply going to come to my CSS. Alright, I'm going to come to my CSS here, and I'm going to select the form. Okay, form, and then the UL, and then say list style, and then I'm gonna say none. Okay, I'm gonna say none. I'm gonna say none. I'm going to say none, and then save. And when we reload, it should work. Yeah. So we have this. We have the email. I don't like how these things are lined up. So I'm simply going to come to form again here. I'm going to say the form should have a display of flex, and then flex direction should be column. Yeah. Then when we do that, you can see. Yeah. And let me give them a gap. Okay, gap of 1 rem. So that we put a gap between them. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know why the form is very close to the table. I don't know why the form is too close to the table. I don't know. Let me see where we place them. Maybe it's here. So let me put a gap of 1 rem. Let me see if that's the case. If that's the case, okay guys, so what we did here is to add a table to our restaurant website, and also to add a form, but I think we need one more thing, which is a button to submit the data. So let me just come back to my HTML here and come straight down. Okay, then in the form we're going to have a button for submit. So that should be simply the tag button, and then we're going to say submit. Then in the type also we're going to say type equals submit, and then that's all. So we could decide to style the button using CSS, but I think for now we don't know how to style. So this is the button. So maybe we could put some sort of border between it so that we see the form where the form covers. So I'm going to use the form border inside my CSS here. I'm gonna give it a border. So I'm gonna say border. I'm gonna say 1 pixel solid, and then define a color as D. Let me see, and reload. There we have the form right there, but the border is not necessary really. I don't see the necessity of the border, so I'll just get rid of it, or maybe let me just leave it. If you want to get rid of it, you simply remove the border part. Okay, alright, I think we could put a padding. Let me say padding to push a little bit things inside. Some say padding, and I will give it like 5 pixels, right, all round. Okay, so coming in, reloading. That's what things are inside. Okay, so but I think we needed something to tell people to comment. I thought that TextEdit would take something like a placeholder, but it seems it doesn't take that option at all. Maybe I did it wrongly. Yeah, I'm the one who misspelled something here. Should be placeholder. Yeah. And then let me see now. Yeah. So right there. So I think that should mark the end of our video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And I'm going to continue to upload other chapters. And you shouldn't be left behind. In this journey of knowing HTML, I want us to go a step by step, and we are going to be making complex projects in the future. But for now, we simply want to stick to know, the idea of CSS, of HTML. Okay, we just want to have the idea so that we can, at your own time, you simply sit down and start writing. Okay, so thank you guys. Please, if you haven't subscribe to give me motivation so that I'm motivated to upload these videos and give you new content every day. Thank you. See you in the next video.